Welcome to the That's New News NFL Sunday Kickoff.
Well, it's been yet another crazy week in the NFL, and the second quarter of the season is upon us. This week, TNN NFL Sunday Kickoff brings to you a special quarter season special, where we will introduce multiple new subjects as well as checking in with everyone's favorite old senile bastard along the way. So without further ado, let's dive into the dirt with our first new segment where we give you our takes on some of the fringe teams in this league. Well, let's start with the bad news first. And I'm just gonna go ahead and rip this band-aid straight off. Texans, Jets, Falcons, and Lions. I'm sorry to tell you this, even though you had to have already had the cold chill running down your spines. You're as dead is dead. And we'll surely get into all of that later, but for now, I want to talk about how Cowboys' butts are just driving me fucking nuts. I'd love to say that Dallas is as dead as the rest of them in terms of playoff contention, but at 1-3 after losing to the Browns, sadly, I just can't. So when I say they're dead, I'm talking big picture here. Jerry Jones fired longtime Cowboys coach Jason Garrett, who seemed to overstay his welcome with a bland offense and very questionable in-game decisions. So who does he hire to replace Jason Garrett? Mike fucking McCarthy, who seems to have the same exact track record, just had one Super Bowl win in a 13-year span with 2 first-ballot Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Something just doesn't quite add up there, Jerry. And now McCarthy seems to be implementing his infamous no tackling rule, like with the Packers, but this time throwing in a wrinkle that no one would have seen coming. Oh, what a good coach. Now it seems there's also a hot potato rule. No scooping and scoring, just run around and giggle like a bunch of little girls. So in my eyes, as long as Mike McCarthy is head coach, Dallas is fucking dead. Now let's get to the good news. Despite being third place in their division at 2-2, I'd say the Panthers are still very much alive in this NFC South race. Tied record-wise with the Saints and going 2-0 without their most lethal weapon, Christian Mac Daddy McCaffrey, it looks like they're starting to put things together with their newly acquired quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. And now that a 7th team gets a spot in the playoffs this year, if they start stacking wins, I'd look out for a late season run in a highly contentious division. Now after taking down the Cowboys in spectacular fashion, the Browns are 3-1 for the first time since 2001. Go figure. In true shit show dumpster fire fashion, the Browns only show up in the midst of social unrest. But wide receiver Jarvis Landry showed up and showed out, letting all of us know that the Browns may not even need their starting quarterback Baker Mayfield after all, throwing a beautiful 37-yard touchdown pass to his former college teammate and now best friend Odell Beckham Jr. Odell had a good night himself with 281 yards and 2 TDs off of 5 receptions. Now is it just me? Or does it seem like Beckham just needed to get something off his chest after the last few years? The only question is, whose shit was it? The Giants? The aptly named Browns? Or that model from the Paris video in 2008 doing coke? Let's just hope it was the good shit and wasn't spiked with that baby laxative. Whew. Now, getting back to the Dallas Cowboys and the rest of the circus that is the NFC East. Every single team in the division holds on to a losing record going into Week 5, with the Philadelphia Eagles holding the #1 spot at 1-2-1 after beating the handicapped 49ers. Technically speaking, even the winless New York Giants have a spot of taking the division. And considering 12 teams throughout the NFL at this very moment have as many or more wins than the entire NFC East combined, it seems like they've made a pact to compete for becoming the worst NFL team to ever make the playoffs. Now I know the 2010 Seahawks team would definitely appreciate it, and considering I don't see any of these teams finishing better than 7-9 as the Seahawks did, at this point in the season, I'd put money on it. This fucking division stinks. And from dead teams to dead coaches, welcome to the NFL Hot Seat. Now we'll start off with head coach of the 1-3 Detroit Lions, Matt. I've coached for Bill Belichick, Patricia. After 3 years with the team and now making history by losing 6 straight games that they've led by 10 or more points at one point or another, he has the nerve, the moxie, the balls to make excuses like,
well, there was a lot of work to do when I got here.
God damn it, I don't care how much work had to be done. 10 wins in 2.5 years just isn't gonna cut it, bucko. Shit, have you used that pencil in your ear once in the last 2 years?
Yeah, I drew an apple tree.
Oh, well, it's a beautiful tree.
And here's me and Billy having a picnic on a sunny day.
Yeah, okay, I see what's going on here now. Jesus, and on to Dan Quinn and the Falcons. In my opinion, you can just tell that shit ain't been quite right in Atlanta since 2017. After wetting the bed so hard it would put a 6-year-old mama's boy to shame, they just couldn't quite get the stink out of the sheets, if you know what I mean. And you know what's the best remedy for a tarnished reputation? A brand new bed. Perhaps one that's brand new, not yet proven in the NFL, and doesn't have a certain stank stained into it. As for New York, the Jets, and their twacked out coach Adam Gase, I know finishing 7-9 in 2019 was a step up from former Jets regimes 4-12 and even 5-11 from past years. And he's also only been in charge since last year, but look what he did to a promising young quarterback in Sam Darnold. Benched for Flacco after falling off a Gase cliff of regression, barring one hell of a run through the rest of the season. The only good reason I can see Adam Gase returning as head coach in 2021 is that he's supplying the New York NFL market with his mind-shattering, eye-popping uppers. He may just be the modern-age Heisenberg for all we know. And now, for the hottest of hot seats, the deadest of dead teams, and the whammiest of all whammies, the Houston Texans and their not only trash, but now trashed head coach / general manager / newly appointed play caller, Bill O'Brien. Not only did he leave the Texans 0-4 to start the season, but he also dumped one of the top 5 best players in Texas history in DeAndre Hopkins. If that's not enough, the Texans very well could finish this year with a top 3 draft pick, which would be great had good old Bobby Boy not gave the Dolphins the team's first and second round pick in this year's draft. Jesus, what a way to burn down the house before skipping town. Kudos to you.
This week in fantasy.
Oh, fucking commie! Timmy? Oh, god damn it, Timmy! I almost blew your damn head off! Well, at least you're getting used to it. So what do you want this time? Another no-name gold mine from good old great Uncle Frank? Well, you may be in luck, because this homer has got a bias. But you're gonna have to work for it this time, little Timmy. Now let me spit it to you Jeopardy style. The clue? This tight end had 3 receptions for 19 or more yards in week 4. 3 touchdowns in the same week, as well as 3 consecutive games with a touchdown reception in 2020. The question? What is Robert Rock and Roll Tonyan? Now, with the Packers being depleted at the wide receiver position this last week, and Devontae Adams due to return soon, we may not get the amazing 6-for-6, 3-touchdown performance we did against the Falcons. Although keep in mind, not only George Kittle, but also Aaron Rodgers himself signs off on this guy, saying he's gonna have one hell of a year. Also considering the storm of injuries and now COVID raising hell across the league, you definitely want to pick him up if it's not too late. Now that's all I got for you, Timmy. If you want a song this week, you're gonna have to start paying for it. What do I look like, a dancing fucking pet monkey or something? Scram, Timmy, scram!
This week in fantasy. TNN NFL COVID update.
Well, the Titans are back at it again, hoping to see the world burn like their hopes and dreams for their 2020 NFL season apparently did. Now up to 23 COVID cases after Corey Davis became the 11th Titans player to test positive late Wednesday evening. With more tests rolling in positive, the team has been forced to keep their doors shut until they figure their fucking lives out. But wait, there's more! Despite having an outbreak run through just about every single position group on the team, it looks like the Titans are holding unsanctioned off-site practices. Now, I heard it through the grapevine that if this turns out to be true, this team is gonna be hammered with fines. I'm talking Thor's hammer coming down and being stuck where the sun just don't shine. In such unprecedented times, I can't wait to see how the league handles this one. As for the second city in the NFL, now with a COVID outbreak, New England and the Patriots have had 3 positive tests so far, 2 of which were devastating blows to the heart of the team on both sides of the ball. Quarterback Cam Newton tested positive last Friday, and cornerback Stephon Gilmore did so on Wednesday. However, maybe the scariest aspect of this news is Stephon Gilmore dapping up Patrick Mahomes after their matchup on Monday Night Football just 2 days before he got the news that he himself is a carrier. Jesus, Belichick. So this is how you plan on winning your next Super Bowl, huh? You truly are an evil fucking genius, if you ask me. Also, as of Friday, the New York Jets came up with a presumptive positive test. Now, what does presumptive positive test even mean, you might ask? Well, it seems as though a player tested positive on one test and negative on another. I guess that makes sense. So the Jets decided to send everyone home in the possibility someone is in fact infected. With the Jets set to play the Cardinals at home this week, so long as positive tests don't continue to roll in, it looks like this game really shouldn't be postponed at all. However, the Patriots-Broncos game has indeed been rescheduled, moved from Sunday to Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern. It looks like we'll be getting a legitimate Monday night doubleheader. Shit, I can dig it. Also, the Titans-Bills game has been rescheduled for Tuesday. That's right, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Most likely forcing the Bills-Chiefs Thursday night matchup to be pushed to Sunday. Are you still following me? Because there's a lot more. Apparently, a memo was sent out by the VP of officiating that there is to be no more approaching officials without a face covering whatsoever. If you do, you are subject to a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty and possible fines and forfeiture of draft picks. And now that the NFL officials monitoring the halls of teams' facilities, as well as access to their fucking security cameras, NFL has taken a hard note out of Adam Gase's playbook and cracking down hard on the fucking NFL. Damn. Maybe that's not a good thing. Huh. No, that's fine. Yeah. I'm sure it's fine. Unless it's not. No, what am I? No, yeah, it's definitely fine. Crack's not bad. Now that's gonna about wrap us up for this Sunday morning. So from all of us here at TNN NFL Sunday Kickoff, we hope you enjoy your Week 5 slate of games. And if any of you out there happen to be on a hot seat of your own, just ask yourself, what wouldn't Adam Gase do?
Y'all want some Coke?
What the fuck? Get out of here, Adam! We got a show to run! Don't you have a damn job to do? Jesus! Get your life under control! Farewell.